It is inevitable that this year's Easter celebration is going to be different from the previous ones that Christian faithfuls have been used to due to the COVID-19 pandemic. As it is widely known, there's a great deal of ritual and activities that come with Easter, from the Palm Sunday procession to the Good Friday, the Easter Sunday, and the overall celebration of the resurrection of Jesus Christ. But in the wake of the global pandemic and the lockdown directive by governments across the world, this year's Easter celebration is going to be solemn, but not necessarily will it lose its significance.
Anyway, it's a very, very unfortunate one. We know how green the Easter celebration normally looks like, and this comes and we just have to adapt to the pattern and see what the future tells for us. But I'm not happy with the fact that it is interfering with the celebration of the resurrection of our Christ Jesus. And but anyways, it's temporal, and we pray that it doesn't escalate more to this down to the Yuletide itself.
Celebrating Easter indoors feels really, really strange, I've celebrated Easter outdoors, but right now with the pandemic and the rest, so celebrating Easter within the confine of my apartments, it's really strange. First, going to the markets, food stuffs are on the high right now. Just make do with what you have.
In the absence of congregating, one may begin to wonder how meaningful can this year's Easter celebration be. Some churches are getting creative about the way to honor worship. Churches are holding virtual services to maintain social distancing rule. The Guardian had a chat with head pastor Pottersville, Pastor Kayode Oguta.
Away from the customary way that Christians are used to celebrating Easter, it's not going to be that way this year. We're used to the old congregating, the choir, ministration, the music, the dance, and all of that. But that's not the case this year. There's a global pandemic that has caused all of us to be on lockdown. So this behoves us to ask, does this particularly change the significance of
Jesus died, but he also rose again? Hope was restored back to the disciples. So instead of discounting for what's taking place, I think he highlighted that on a day like this, we recognize when there was no hope, Jesus was the one who gave us hope. When hope seems lost, Jesus came back and resurrected. So I think this is just the perfect match for the story of Easter. That in the time in which fear had taken over the land, or fear had taken over the disciples, they could by the resurrection of Jesus have new and fresh hope.
As we've been reminded in recent times, the church is not the building, the church is the people. So wear your Sunday best, cook that big meal if that's what you normally do. Because like never before, we have to be grateful for each breath. I am Adetake Laolo Grunty for GuardianTV.